Hey viewers, welcome to another game as Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing a game between ST Life on the bottom right and as the Zerg player and Liquid Taeja as the Terran in the top left. It has been quite a while since I've done my last cast, but I thought I'd start off with something cool. And this is a best of 7 as you can see here, and it is the finals of, I forgot what the Dreamhack? Yeah, Dreamhack Open 2013. So it is the finals and we're going to do all of the games, so up to 7 games here. Hopefully all today. But if I can't finish it today, which is likely, then we will move on to tomorrow. It all depends of course on how long the game lasts and how much time I still have left. Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. But we'll see. I'll try to get as far as I can and then post whatever is left tomorrow. So we are starting off with a normal supply depot. A little bit of an extractor trick, you could see that earlier, and we are of course building just the Overlord. And we're going not into any tech for now, but we are going into the normal build. Expansion will come up in a moment, I have to assume. Yeah, it's over here now. I kind of used to get things in the top right, so I was looking. Where's our mineral count? But yeah, it is in the bottom now, and we will indeed see the fast expansion. Well, not fast expansion, but the expansion, the normal expansion for the Zerg player, and then the fast expansion for the Terran player, because the Zerg player always expands first. There's really only one reason to go for Zerg without an expansion, and that's if you're playing against another Zerg and you're on a really small map and you want to surprise the other guy, basically. Anyhow, barracks coming up now, and we will see that the spawning pool will come up as well. There is the spawning pool, and we are going to get our first gas. So first gas means, or gas, well, kind of simultaneously with the spawning pool, means that we're probably going to speed straight away. And that means, yeah, 3 workers on that. You will have 100 gas by the time the spawning pool pops. You will immediately be able to research that speed and therefore get some nice speedlings out by the time they reach the enemy base. And of course, speedlings are very good against anything that you put against them, except for Marines hiding behind the barricades of supply depot barracks. But yeah, well, you get the point. It is still pretty strong. So yeah, the command center is coming up. The hive, or sorry, hatchery is also up, and we once again have a new visual on that. So yeah, well, they keep changing that. I don't know why. I like the old one, but I guess we have a new one now. Anyhow, yeah, I'm not sure what to talk about. There is the speed. He stopped mining, which means that he's going to go just for the normal build for the rest. Just that early speed is very valuable. Unfortunately, it did get scouted. Well, not the fact that he got speed, but the fact that he had multiple links. Normally, we see 2 links coming out to deal with this scouting SCV, and that is about it. But we are going to see that 4 links are up. And that means normally that there are more links going up, but for now, yeah, he is just sticking with the 4. And is the SCV actually going to get out? It might actually be able to run back to base, but it all depends on whether the Zerglings can, well, keep chasing. But yeah, well, with 4 Zerglings, it's probably going to die. Yeah, no, it's not. Wow, it actually survived at 5 HP. 4 Zerglings should normally be enough, but he only had 3 following it. I thought there were 2 on top of each other, just coincidental, but that was not the case. The 4th one just took another path or something like that, or did something else. It scouted around the map maybe. I don't know. I didn't really pay that much attention to it. Anyway, we are going to get patrolling Marine here just to prevent this Overlord from coming in. And it will be able to do that on its own. It will be able to shoot it down when it's about here, so it will see everything. But it's kind of a hefty price to pay for that little bit of scouting information that doesn't really reveal this factory even. He is going to do it then. Second Marine coming up, meaning that it won't even see that much of the base. It won't even see this extractor, refinery. Yeah, but it does see the command center, I believe. Let's see, we can actually see what he saw. At least we should be able to, yeah. So, no. Oh, we have so many people in this game. Here. This is what the one player sees. And, oh my god, I don't know. I don't know where to go from here. Control. Okay. I think this is the other guy. So yeah, he did see that there was a command center and he saw this barracks, but that's about all he saw. So yeah, not really interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of people in this game because they have a lot of people, well, commenting on these games live. And then of course you have just the normal spectators like the judges and things like that. Yeah, well, all of them apparently are really in this replay. So I don't know why, because, well, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it does give everyone the opportunity to see it, well, the action from their own perspective and do whatever they want. Yeah, we do have 3 queens out, well, just in the front. That means that there are probably some queens out in the back as well. Yeah, he does have queens with his hatcheries as well. But the 3 queens are just there for, well, one of them is for this hatchery, but for the creep spread. Creep spread, of course, one of the major things that you want to do as Zerg, because, well, on the creep you get bonus attack speed, movement speed, sorry. Attack speed, probably not. As well as vision, and vision, of course, is very, very important in this game. Well, in any game, really. Evolution chambers coming up. They are going to wall off this front, not entirely, of course, but with a few queens you can easily defend this. And that's exactly what he's trying to accomplish, to make these big gaps a little bit smaller, to make it a little bit easier to well, to defend and to actually control the map. Of course, we do have another hatchery coming up here. That is base number 4, where we have 3 bases for the Terran player. That means they're about equal. Terran player needs to be one, well, only one below the Zerg player. So the Zerg player needs to be one up, basically, to have a similar economy. That is, of course, because the Zerg units kind of are suicidal in nature, and they, yeah, they kind of use a lot of resources by just being there. But I mean, these guys are going to suicide in and then kill some Marines, but the Marines mostly stay alive. So even though the Zerglings are cheaper than Marines, the Zerglings die sooner. So yeah, there's that. Anyhow, we do have creep threat going on and going on and going on, and that is just the way we want it. But yeah, of course, this is going to stop that. He did cancel the making of those creep tumors, which means that he still has 4 live ones, and that means that he can try again in a moment, as long as he, yeah, as long as he's cautious with that. He can actually get the creep spread going, even though there's an army at the front, well, front door, I guess. He's not going to cancel this time. He's just going to say, well, okay, it'll die, no problem. We are going to go in, and the Zerg player just reacting by getting all of his, wow, all of his Zerglings and Banelings in there. But then, yeah, the Medevac's just overhead, just picking up a bunch of these Marines, and yeah, no problem for the rest. So of course they are all going to drop, they're going to heal again, and yeah, the overall resources lost should be pretty equal. Yeah, it is pretty equal. Zerg lost a little bit more, but as I said, they have 1 more base to compensate for that. So all in all, should be good. The resources lost, by the way, should be about equal. It's not like Zerg should be, yeah, like 25% ahead or something like that in resources lost, or have 25% more resources lost to be equal. No, it should be about equal. It all works out in the end. Anyway, the Banelings do get, yeah, shot at a little bit here. And we are going to try again. Of course, yeah, the Mutalisk now coming in. The Mutalisk kind of weak against the Marines. But, well, as long as the Marines get distracted by other things than the Mutalisk, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So if he can distract the Marines with his Zerglings, then the Zerglings, since they're cheap units, they don't really matter. And you can just suicide them into, well, something like this, and just run in with your Mutalisk afterwards in the hopes that, well, the Marines will not be microed intensely enough. And, wow, a little bit of a volley, but yeah, he didn't stim his entire thing. He stimmed a couple of them just to take care of those Mutalisks. The Mutalisks ran out, and there was not a problem there. Couple of creep tumors getting taken out, and that means that the creep threat is going to recede a little bit. And we are going to go in with a lot of these Widow Mines. Widow Mines strong, of course, against Zerg, and it is just very strong against a lot of things, but especially against Zerg. And, well, with their newly buffed damage against shields, it actually is stronger against Protoss now as well. And look at that, all of these Widow Mines just get to shoot freely. There's two more, and are they going to launch on some? Oh my god, yeah, the Overseer's just completely melting, but Overseer's not really a problem. I mean, yeah, it's sure, they cost some resources, but it's better to lose your Overseers than your Mutalisk clump. The Widow Mine got out. 18 HP left. Yeah, so he didn't really spot this base yet, at least I think so. Well, although there are no workers there, so maybe he did spot that. So we are going to see a bigger battle now in the middle. If they can actually manage to do this. The Lyote. Yeah, the problem is, of course, the Zerg player really can't just march in here with a big clump of Terran units in the middle of the map, and of course all of these Widow Mines that might actually be somewhere on the map. And yeah, this is not going anywhere. He just gives up this base. This base was a little bit greedy. He couldn't really defend that, and well, the Terran player just sees that and just takes it out, no problem. The base, of course, will die, and there's really nothing that the Zerg player can get back for that. He does, however, have a nice army for now. Yeah, he does have a decent amount of Mutalisks. So I guess the only thing he got back from that was the ability to actually produce some more crab. And oh, he took out one of the Widow Mines, the other one is still there. That's why he ran in those Banelings. Banelings do splash damage if they get killed, and they will kill the Widow Mines even though they can't see them. So yeah, no Overseers in sight for the moment, so he can't see those Widow Mines for now. But yeah, there are no Widow Mines on the rest of the field. Here is the Overseer. It is going to spot this. And now we can actually do this. Wow, the Thor actually gets transported out of there and gets dropped in the middle of the Marines, which means that there is no way he can get sniped. But now we have Ultralisks, and Ultralisks are pretty good against Marines. As you can see, they wipe out the entire Marines front line. But yeah, too much firepower. He needs to back off. And he's going to try again, but this is not good for our Zerg player. Terran player just completely annihilating everything. But yeah, they do come out ahead slightly. But yeah, look at the medevacs that are still alive. And we even have a Thor that's still alive. It is currently, well, full health. So really no problem. Yeah, new units coming up. And even though the Terran lost his entire ground army there, the medevacs are a big part of the army, and he didn't lose those. So even though I called it for the Terran player and the Zerg player seem to have won, it is those medevacs why I kind of called him the winner. Because those medevacs are really important, and producing more Marines, yeah, that's like no problem at all. Marines are cheap. and they are easy to make, they're fast to produce. So, oh, let me turn on the production tab again. It seems that I have been turning it off. Yeah, I turned it off because it was like this big, and the fight came in, and yeah, I wanted to turn it on after the fight, but didn't. Excellent. Anyway, we have a planetary fortress over here, and we are going to, well, try to sneak some damage on that, but I don't think he can actually do that. The planetary fortress, of course, is a good defender. And are the banelings going to land on anything? No, they're not going to land on anything. The entire army is coming back, by the way. Yeah, he expected more of an army to be there, but now he's going to march forward. And well, Terran player replenished his entire army, whereas these ultralists, yeah, there are only 2 ultralists, at least it seems to be. Let's see how many, 7 ultralists total. But yeah, they are not here, they are not in the front. And we do have some Brute Lords coming up. The Brute Lords may actually be a good thing to have, but yeah, look at the amount of damage they take even before they get spawned. And yeah, this is not good. Brute Lords need to be protected at all costs because they are super expensive. Yeah, they cannot shoot at the medavacs, but yeah, this corruptor can. However, we are going to do some nice damage. The GG comes in, and yeah, it is because of this, well, this huge army that is still here, of course. So many Marines that are still alive. These Brute Lords are not going to do anything against us. And yeah, for the rest, he just didn't have it. So yeah, I guess my call on the earlier fight was kind of justified. And yeah, Taeja wins number 1, so that is 1-0 for the Terran. It will be in the bottom here in the next game, so yeah, if you want to skip ahead a few games, just don't watch that bottom part, then you're all fine. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.